Hey, so one of the questions that I get asked all the time is, I love the idea of LinkedIn marketing. I want to generate leads on LinkedIn, but where the heck do I start? Now with LinkedIn, there are a lot of things that you can do, a lot of bells and whistles and shiny objects. And if you're not careful and you try to tackle everything at once, you will get overwhelmed, you will get analysis paralysis, and you won't take action. So what I did was I compiled a short list of action steps that I would recommend in order of importance in order to start generating leads on LinkedIn. Now, we typically work with life insurance agents, financial advisors, but what I'm going to show you works for virtually any business out there looking to generate leads on LinkedIn. So step number one is I would start sending out connection requests on a daily basis. The reason for that is as we go out and start taking these next action steps, we want to actually have people that we can market to. That means first degree connections who have actually accepted your connection request that we can send messages to, that are going to see your post and all that good stuff. Now, LinkedIn limits how many connection requests you can send on a weekly basis. That cap is going to flow up and down, and they change their rules all the time. But we want to make sure that we're maxing that out, because those connection requests and the maximum amount you're allowed to send don't transfer week to week. So it's a use it or lose it scenario. Now, the second thing that we're going to do is we're going to go out and we're going to optimize our personal profile. Now, I don't really care that much about a business profile on LinkedIn. And the reason for that is if I'm not spending money on ads, I want to make sure that I'm focusing my time, attention, and resources on developing a personal relationship with each and every one of my prospects. So as I go out and send connection requests, as I go out and send personal messages and people check out my profile, they are starting to develop a relationship with me. They're starting to see me as the subject matter expert, the authority figure, and as the person that they need to turn to in order to solve their financial problems. So make sure you have a good cover photo, good profile picture, good headline, a good about and summary section, and maybe even have a featured section inside of there. Then the rest of the stuff that you can do, save it for later, save it for when you have time. Now, the third thing that I would recommend is to develop a lead magnet. Now, lead magnets, we have other trainings on our YouTube channel that you can check out that dive into deeper detail about what those are and how to use them. But a lead magnet is simply a value-based offer that you offer somebody in exchange for their contact information. So think about anytime you've signed up for a webinar where you had to put in your name and your email address. Why did people do that? Well, they did that so they can follow up with you. The same thing applies to the lead magnets that we're going to be offering on LinkedIn. Now, this lead magnet actually has to be valuable. It has to be something that people are going to want, and it comes with no strings attached. But what it's going to do is it's going to start attracting prospects who are actually interested in you, your products, and your services. Now, how we offer that lead magnet is extremely important. So instead of just sending that out inside of a LinkedIn message, what we want to do is we want to get people to go off of LinkedIn in order to request that lead magnet. On LinkedIn, we're battling with thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of other profiles who are battling for the attention of your ideal prospect. But if we can get them off LinkedIn to request that value-based offer, they are in our digital environment. And so we can control their time and attention and ultimately convert them into a paying client. Now, that funnel, that's a term that you can get lost inside of that. But all I'm recommending with this funnel is to simply have a landing page with a single call to action on it, which is to request your lead magnet. So somebody can go click onto that landing page, put in their contact information, and then click a button to get your lead magnet. So that allows us to be able to follow up with people and nurture people so that they ultimately become a paying client. Now, after we have our funnel in place, that's where we're going to start developing our messaging strategy. Now, if you are worried about coming across as salesy or spammy, this process of having a lead magnet and a funnel eliminates that, because you actually have a reason to be reaching out to people. Now, the copy that you have inside of that message is extremely important. So if you want a free training on how to develop that copy, let me know. I'll send that right out to you. But essentially what we want to do is with this messaging strategy is offer our lead magnet. Now, that lead magnet is going to give us a basis to have that conversation, to be able to say, hey, I've got X, Y, and Z. Would you be interested? If they are, you send them a link over to your sales funnel. They can go request it and take it away from there. Now, the last thing I have on here is posting. Now, posting is one of those things where it can be valuable, but there's a reason I have it as number 6 on here, because if I am going out and I'm trying to generate cash flow for the first time on LinkedIn, your quickest path to cash is conversations. And the direct messaging strategy we just talked about is going to allow you to generate those conversations right out the gate. Now, with the posting, we want to make sure that we are consistent. We want to make sure we provide value, but ultimately have a call to action inside of there. So give it a shot. Let me know how it goes, and I'll talk to you soon.